Welcome to the dynamic warm-up. The dynamic warm-up phase is where we actually heat up your muscles to get them activated and ready to perform. So the first exercise is the toe grab. Simply grab on your foot and lean forward, and you're going to feel this in your quad. As you lean forward, you're going to reach out with your other arm, and then you're going to repeat that process walking forward. Do this for about 10 yards. If you do not have access to 10 yards, you could simply do this in place. The next part of the dynamic warm-up is the toe grab with a touch. It's the same exact thing as the toe grab, only you're going to go down and touch your toe once you grab on the opposite foot. This is going to require a little bit of balance. It's going to require stability. The next warm-up drill is the knee pull. With the knee pull, you're simply going to pull in front of your knee. As you pull, you're going to rise up on your opposite leg, doing almost a calf raise. You're going to repeat this motion walking forward or do it stationary if you do not have the space. The next exercise is the ankle pull. You're going to pull underneath your ankle and your knee and drive up with your other foot, doing a calf raise. The next exercise is the hamstring kickback. With the hamstring kickback, you're simply going to swing your arms down, leave your leg straight on the ground, and kick your other leg back. You're going to feel this in your hamstring, and it's going to increase your range of motion, getting you more fired and ready to go. The next exercise is the Frankenstein. Simply put your hands directly out in front of you, just like Frankenstein, and kick the opposite hand with your foot. The next exercise is the crossover. Stand with your feet together, cross over your foot, call it left over right. Once you cross the left over right, you're going to touch your back. So it would be your back right heel in this case. You're going to repeat this motion. You're going to walk the 10 yards, and then you're going to do the same thing coming back. All of these exercises you can do stationary, but we do recommend walking 10 yards and doing them. The next dynamic warm-up exercise is the side lunge. Simply drive your knee up as if you're a pitcher. You're going to land into the side lunge. You're going to go back to the center, and then you're going to bring your original planted leg back. So you're going to walk over slowly. So it's knee drive up, land and lunge, back to the center, feet together. Knee drive up, side lunge, back to the center. The next exercise is the lunge with an arm swing. As you lunge forward, your hands go up to the air and you really stretch out that abdominal while you're increasing your range of motion and working on that sprint and that hip flexor firing. The next warm-up exercise is the lunge with a twist. Simply fold your hands, lunge out forward, and you're going to twist your hands over your knee and repeat going forward. Every time your knee goes out, you're going to lunge over the leg that is out in front of you. This is going to open up your hips. This is going to increase the range of motion in your abdominal and in your core, and it's going to overall make you feel more explosive and more ready to go. The next exercise is the hurdle walk. Simply start with your hands on your hips. You're going to walk forward, swinging your leg outwards, around, and then forward. And then other leg outwards, around, and then forward. You're going to repeat this. You're going to walk 10 yards. If you do not have the 10 yards of space, you simply do it stationary in place. The next warm-up exercise is the backwards hurdle walk. With this, you're simply going to do the same thing, only we're going to go backwards, walking over. Imagine that there's a hurdle that you need to get your legs over. Really drive those hips up and slowly work your way back. So it's up in front of you, around your body, backwards. Up in front of you, around your body, backward step. So there is the dynamic warm-up. You're going to do this before every single workout. Dynamic warm-up comes first on the totem pole of things that you're doing when you're training with any twice-the-speed system. So this warm-up right here needs to be done before any sort of activation, any sort of ignite, any sort of explosive or plyometrics, or any sort of training that you're going to do. This is the first step that you need to be doing prior to getting into anything else. This is going to increase your range of motion. This is going to heat up your muscles rather than cool them down, which is a very common thing for young athletes to do. They cool down their muscles by doing static stretching. This is dynamic stretching, which is heating up your muscles, getting ready for them to fire. So be sure, do this before every single workout.